Today we will learn how we can create blog application, blog CRUD application in Next.js using server action and Prisma. We won't use like route handler or any separate server for this project. We will use just server action and form action, Postgres and Prisma for database. So here is our project, and now we are gonna creating a new project. We are giving an author name like app code, title, first title, and description, something else. Now adding block, click here, then you can see the loading state in here, like adding last awesome, and the latest added block added at the top on my list. So I can preview the block. So this is the date, and this is the author name, and this is the description and title. And now I can edit the block. Title, just edit it. Something else, just edit it. You can edit any field that you want. We have all of the functionality. Very easiest way, you will easily understood everything. You don't need a separate server or route handler. Just look at this, everything is working, and when clicking like update, it is updating. Every time it is updating. So we are using use form status for this for caching this pending or updating state, and we can play it also, like we are gonna just deleting the second block. Just here we are hitting the delete button, hit, so the blog is deleted. We can also delete them. So blog is not in our database. We are using Postgres and Prisma ORM, and we can create any other data, any other blog. We can edit, we can delete, we can everything. So this is just a simple blog application that you learn from beginning in this project with server action and Next.js form action. You don't need with. Let's jump to our project, and now we will start to learning from the beginning. First of all, we will install Prisma, and you can use any package manager for this project. I'm using Ban as a package manager, and for that I am just using Ban at Prisma. So you can use like yarn or npm or pnpm. So I'm using Ban. For that I'm using Ban. So Prisma is added, and after that you need to like npx Prisma init. So you need to give this command. You can use bannext or yarn or pnpx. So after that it will create a new folder called Prisma, and in this Prisma folder you can see the schema.prisma file, and in this file you will see you will able to see like generator client and data source. The default is Postgres, and database URL it will set automatically on your env file. It will create it, and you need to change the env, like your exact username that is running. And you can, for testing purpose, you can use virtual Postgres, or also you can use like neon Postgres database, or you can use it on your locally and give this username your password for your PostgreSQL database, and you can give the exact name that you have created your database name. So after that you need to create a model or a schema for your for what you want to save on your database. For this project we're just saving like blog related fields, like we need a unique ID for every item. So we're just using default UUID, and we're just using db.UUID and we are just saving author name, title, description, and created that just default when we will create. So this is default is now. So when we will create this, it will just set the uh, exact time when we are creating. After that, you need to give some command like npx prisma migrate for keep your changes on history in migration folder, and you need to give command like npx prisma generate for generating types of your modules, and you will find also code on the description. You need to create a file called prisma.ts, and this is the file code. We have just created a new route called blocks, and in the block section we have some actions. This is called server actions. So we have just imported this Prisma from this directory, and we have just imported revalidate path. So where you have imported, I will discuss later. And here we have just simple function. So this is an action for creating blocks. So we have use this action in here. This is our form action. We have just passed this action in the main page of blocks. So this is our block main page, and we have, when we hit this block action, then it will get the this name. So for using form action or server action, we need to must set input field name, because based on this name we will able to get this name on our server action. So like we are getting author name, title, and description, because that is because we are just setting name like title name, author name, title, and this name is, where is the name is description. So this is our reusable pending button in our component. This pending button using just this is reusable pending button to use anywhere in our project. We can pass like class name, pending text, and is pending. So we can pass manually in pending. Without it, when we use it on any form, on in any form like in our project, then like when we use this button in this form, it will automatically detect the pending state where during submitting, and or pending this pending based on this pending state. So we can also pass this is pending as a props manually. So if this pending or this pending, then the loader is showing from the Lucid React, and we can pass the pending text, or it will the default text is sending. So this is our reusable pending button that we can use anywhere where we need to use just showing the pending state on the button. So this is our simple form. After that, so this is our form, just author name, title, and description, and this is the button. So this field is required, and after hitting this form, the form data will be get this server action, and it will get the form data, and we are just getting this data. If data is not exist, any data is not exist, then all fields are required, and we are just creating a new blog like prisma.blog. The prisma is automatically giving us the type safety, and we know what we can pass, and if we don't pass like description, so it is giving us error that description is required. So everything is type safe. So this is the beauty of Prisma, and using Prisma we can handle with same functionality as almost same functionality. We can manage 5 types of database like MongoDB, MySQL, PostgreSQL, or MariaDB, and like SQLite. So and the same functionality we can use 5 types of database. So where we will not use Prisma, like we need MongoDB, then we can use Prisma. With same functionality we can use Postgres or like any type of database. Otherwise, we need just a piece for MongoDB. We need Mongoose or MongoDB library or something like that, like my MySQL library for my MySQL or PostgreSQL for Postgres. So we need a lot of functionality. So this is our create functionality. We are just getting data from form data. So must just mind it that you have set the name field. It is required for getting this data, and you can access all of this form data by like cons all data. You can give any name. Just you need to object dot from entries data dot entries. So this is something like that. And if you just console.log, you will find all data, like you can extract all of the data from here, like author name equals all data. You can extract like title, description from here, so all your data in here. So this is the power of server action. You don't need manually use it, and you are using a server component, you can do it in here. This component you can use in here. So this is our normal form, and we are just fetching this data. We are just getting this data in here, and we are just displaying this data over map. We are just using block title in a link, because when we click the link, this this will go to the individual blocks. So these blocks slash this is the dynamic block ID, so it will go slash blocks slash when we click then it will go this page, and after that we will able to access the block ID, and we are just accessing the single block. If not block, then it will display not found from Next.js, and we are just displaying or rendering some block data in here. So this is our get block. This is the all get block the find many order by, so created at descending. So yeah, are descending, like the last of created at item we will find first, like Chico title 1 desk 1 adding block. So just we are just getting the last item at the first. So this is the functionality for all get blocks that we are using on our slash blocks, the main page, and we are just mapping the data in here. And this is the get single block functionality. We are just accepting block ID as a parameter, and in the dynamic block ID page, we're just passing the block ID. We're just getting the block ID, and this is all of the type safety. This is the beauty of Prisma. And you know what you accept, what you can render, like just block dot you have access all of the data, or you know what you want to use. So this is the power of Prisma. So just 4 or 5 lines of code, you can handle 5 types of database, and you can do everything. It is just simple. It is just call the function passing blocks. If not block, then we are just showing the not found, and if we have, then just rendering block whatever you want style in your case. So this is our block. We can edit, delete. So after that, this is our single block. After clicking the title, it is going to the individual product based on this block ID. So this is slash block. So this is the individual product block ID. So we are just accepting block, get single block, and just displaying. And after that, so go back, and when we click here, like close, so slash blocks slash update slash if we type any data or any string, then it will go to this individual update block page, and we are just getting the single block based on the block ID, and we are just passing the default value, uh, this data on our update page. So click here. Before that, so when we are just clicking the edit button, it is just going slash blocks slash update. So this slash block route, then slash update slash any block ID we are using. We have all of the type shape, and we know whatever we want to use. So after clicking that, it will go to slash update, and after clicking that, so for this block ID, we have just title 1 and title 2, and if we click another block, so this is the data for this block ID. So like we are just based on this block ID, we are just accepting block ID from these params. You cannot use any type of use path name, use router in here, because this is server component, and you can use and access this by make it client component, but we are using server component. That's why we have access the params, and in the params we have just created type whatever we want to use or accept. And this block ID, so you can give it any name. So this block ID from this name, so you can give it any name, like block ID, product ID, or whatever you want, like John ID or anything that you want. And you make sure that this dynamic ID name and this name is same. Without it, it will not work. So before that, you can say just console.log params, and just say you are accepting this ID, what you are accepting from these params. So you can check it. So after that, update block, this is our server action we have created at on the block actions, and it is just accept from data, and returns is nothing. So you can return it anything, and also you can use action state for getting the returning data, and pending state. So we are just handling it simply, so we don't need. After that, it revalidate part, because after adding block, it will automatically revalidate our path. Without it, also our path will be revalidated. But in the some case, you can use update functionality in one file. After that, like you have added a, without adding like a this button or edit to another file. Suppose you have added edit functionality like input field and form action in here, and after updated, it will be not updated, or after created, it will be not updated this latest data in here. So suppose to we are not using revalidate path blocks. So after create block, we are not revalidating our block paths. So this is the block paths. It will be not revalidate. So just look at here, the data will be not updated. So the problem is like John and title true, desk true, at, and you can see in the before we have just after adding the block, it is just it was just updated on our browser, but now it is not updating because we are not using revalidate path. Or you can use revalidate tag also, but in this case we are using revalidate path. or you can revalidate in any way. After creating, just we are just revalidate this 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 path, and we are just getting the latest data from our database. So for database, I am using Docker container. It is running on my PC, and all of the database in here. So this database I'm getting because I have just installed like database. Oh, so database client. So my extension name is database client. That's why I'm accessing, and you can connect any type of database like Prisma, Postgres, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, DB2, or any type of database in here. So this database is running on my Docker container, and I'm just connected on the database client. That's why the database is I can access from here. So this is our update block action, just getting the form data, and we are just getting the data from form data. And make sure that you have give name in here, like name title. You must for server action, you can use this action in the client component also. You can use this action client component, you can use it client component, but make sure you just you must set the name for accessing the form data without using use state. So this is this is the beauty of form action and server action. So we are just updating data where we are passing the data. So we have just hidden our ID, and you can pass this ID by as a parameter in here. You can also pass, so you can pass a lot of ways, but we are just this hide this ID, but we are able to getting this ID data from our actions, but it will not display on the browser. So that is it. So we are just showing the pending list. During pending, on our pending button, this reusable button we have used like create, delete, edit, and displaying. So the lot of lot of pages we have used. So this is our functionality. This is the delete block functionality. We have just getting the ID. So this is our delete block action. So delete block action, and we have just type hidden. This ID we will not we don't want to show on our browser, but the ID we would like to get from server action. That's why we just type hidden, and that depending text is deleting, and type submit, it is not required, and the size is icon. So this is our simple server actions, normal server actions. This is our main page for creating the block with server action. We don't have any route handler or a separate server for this project. We are just using form action and server action, and we have make it simply in simplest way. We have just getting the data and displaying. We are just using SSR everywhere. You can use ISR or SSG for getting this data one time or after a duration. So you can do anything, but I just try to make it simple. So you can try it. I will paste this code on the GitHub. You will find everything from GitHub, and you can create like another model. So this is your task. You will create another model called user, and you will create like user registration or login form, and you will create some action like register or login or password validation or anything, or just create product. So and you can pass image, and you will learn how to pass images from server action, using server action on your project. So you can do anything. So this is our basic project. This is our project. You can test it out. Thank you so much to watching.